Hey guys, welcome to Dig Daddy Racing for a race car update for mid-August. Yes, I said mid-August. I am late for July, and I apologise. But if you're new to this channel, I recently have started uploading these to YouTube. I usually do these on Facebook. And for you Facebook people who have come over to watch this video, yep, they're all here now. Obviously, it's a lot easier to keep them all on track and be able to make a playlist out of them so that you can go back and watch from the start and walk all the way through of me jibber-jabbering on about the race car. Excuse my seat, it is a bit squeaky. So yeah, like and subscribe. I'm sorry, it's been a while since I've done one of these. Obviously, what was it? I think we did one beginning of June for May. Yeah, so it's been a while, so I apologise. Alright, so June, we didn't do much, obviously. I think we test fitted the intercooler on the car and had it set up for the bumper and everything, and took out the car for some photos outside. Then basically brought it in, put it up on axle stands, and it's been on axle stands ever since. So yeah, June, pretty much a dead month for this car, just nothing done, lack of me trying. July, a bit more eventful. I wouldn't say at the start, but more the end of July basically got into it. Got a few jobs done out of the way that needed to be done. The steering rack, having to sort that out again. Sorting out the shifter cables because there was a problem there, so that's fixed. The engine harness is on the car. Yes, it was a bit of a chopped up one, but I've got it all plugged in to the actual engine. It's more what goes into the cabin and works with like the body loom and stuff and the dash, so that'll have to be rectified at some point. If it does work out being a bit too hard, I may just have to bite the bullet on this harness and get an AE101 harness out of a later model Levin Trino and fit it. But then I would also need the dash loom and the body loom to go up towards the tail lights and fuel pump, etc., which is not a hard job. It's just an added extra, I'd say, just an added extra job. But if it has to be done, it has to be done. What else? The vacuum lines. Yep, I did those. Obviously the blue ones, just some silicone hosing. They're just on there for now, just to indicate where everything goes. So we've had to find out where everything went, so they're on there for now, obviously showing where to go. I've got some better stuff to go on there, which I'll sort out probably next weekend, doing that job, changing them over, and yeah, so that's pretty much the end of July. August, well, started off as a really hard month. I had to fly up to August. I had to fly up to Auckland for family reasons, not the greatest ones, but I won't go into detail here because it's probably not the right place. But I ended up in Auckland, and while I was up there, I managed to go to see Barry from MRP, and I spent some money, and I spent a bit of money, and now there's moths flying out of my wallet. What did I buy? Well, I bought something I should have bought a long time ago. I got the baffled sump. That was much needed, especially for this build. I had a baffle kit already sorted, and I was going to put it into my OEM sump, but I just don't have the time for that. So yeah, I ended up buying a baffled sump from MRP, and that's on the car now. If you've been on the Facebook, you would have seen a photo of it fitted and the photo of the sump. Also, I bought some new valve springs. Yes, the engine is obviously together, and well, I have to replace the valve springs. I don't think I mentioned that in the other videos, so I've got some uprated hardened valve springs to replace the OEM ones that were installed into the engine while it was in the build. Obviously running a turbo, you can't run the OEM ones, so excuse me, like I said, it's been a while since I've done one of these videos, so bear with me. But yeah, and obviously last but not least, yes, there was a third thing I bought from MRP. It was the turbo manifold. Yep, after all this time and saying I can't find one, can't afford one, well, I made it happen. Not the way I wanted to, but I made it happen. So hopefully within 3 weeks I shall have it back. Hopefully by the end of this month. So when I do another race car update at the end of the month, it is there. Or it is here, I should say. I've obviously had to send my turbo away, my wastegate away to Barry while he is mocking it all up, just because how much it is needed to be done and how tight the engine bays are in these cars. So he's building that for me. I hope to have it back before 3 weeks, or well before the end of the month, and have it fitted to the car. I'm also got to buy the kit to help replace the valve springs too, so that's all going to be part of that. So a lot of money spent at MRP, a lot of money spent for the race car, and not for my good for my bank account. The joys of race cars, eh? So yeah, right, where does this leave us? Well, I'm not going to put a time frame on this. I've done it before, and obviously I'm well over those time frames. I was hoping to be racing this season. I was hoping to be racing at the beginning of the year, but nothing of that ever worked out for me. So basically, I've just bit the bullet and said, hey, maybe next season. Hopefully next year would be, be good, like the beginning of next year, because there's a few shows I want to go to, especially for the Levin, and be good content put with this page. So one of the shows I really want to go to next year is Chrome here in Christchurch, and the JDM Fest, which is here in Christchurch. So I'd like to be there and let everyone see what I've been building and what I've built. Obviously the car, like the paint, is not the greatest when I painted the car. There's obviously a lot of imperfections coming up now that I've noticed. There's a few dents coming through that weren't there but are there now. Just a pain with having such a small space, small shed to work in, and having to share it as well. I'm not the only one that uses the shed, so little accidents are going to happen. I did say in the last video that we were looking at building a new shed. We're still doing that. Obviously consent is stopping us because obviously of what I need to build out the back and what I've already done out the back with the driveway and everything. Council saying you need 90 squares of living space, and I've got that. They're just obviously not seeing under the trees that that's living space, so we'll get that sorted. Hey, the garage will probably be built, I'm hoping, before October, especially before Labour weekend, because I'd like to have a bit bigger space, and because the V8's outside and I'd like that to be inside, and hey, a better place to do these videos. What else can I say for this video? I think that's pretty much it, really. So yeah, if you're new here, make sure you like and subscribe. If you're from Facebook and come across and you're not subscribed to us, make sure you subscribe to us, because a lot more videos are going to come up on here. All the reels will probably stay on Facebook and Instagram. I'll obviously leave the links there in the description. If you're new from the YouTube side of things, you know, jump across to the socials, check out all the photos of the build and what the car was like when I had it racing. And yeah, I don't think there's any much more else I can add. But yeah, let's hope by the end of this month, when I come back and do another one of these videos, that the turbo manifolds here, the intercooler piping, the oil lines, and much more is here. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there. I think I've rambled on way too much and you're probably all bored of me. So I'll catch you on the end of August. Right, ciao.